Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the New York Jets
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clinton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Here we go, set. 52 blaster. Red, cycle. 6, 7. Blue striker. Red. Hey, check mega. Hey, cross field. Red.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted.
And the Jets are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Operating from the gun. Whittington, throw left side, complete. That's Stewart. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Down.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, or they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Throwing on first down, Clinton. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Clinton looks for White, but it's intercepted. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clinton. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Looking to throw. Clinton. He'll get that out to the flat to White. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Clinton. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Drill 52.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go, set. Fight 60. Smash, red. Go on, red. Red, kill it. Set, hut. Steal, black. Set, hut.
On 4th down, Clinton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
That's taken in by Stewart.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whittington. That is caught by Stewart. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. 32 yards.
And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 21-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that's the kind of... to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st down, Clinton. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Operating from the gun, Clinton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As soon as he leaped down and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
To throw on second down, Clinton looking deep for Adams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jets will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Off play action. Whittington. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here we go. Here we go. Right through.
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
You better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
On 1st and 10, Clinton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
T. Higgins.
26 yards.
And the Raiders get a bit closer.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure, back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
Off the play fake. Whittington. He completes it to Stewart. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Complete to number 19. A gain of 13 yards. First down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Probably one empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. Clinton. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clinton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsom. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just...
He's got him in, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 73 yards. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
And my goodness, another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Jets 42, Raiders 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Clinton. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ball again on 2nd down.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Off play action. Whittington. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
They're going to try and throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Complete to number 5. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, he's going up top for Wilson.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. It's caught. It's Stewart. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The kick is
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Clinton. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. And I don't know, Charles, they're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Throwing on first down. Clinton. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw on second down. Clinton. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On first down, Clinton. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Trent up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Trent, and he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right, right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again, Clinton. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Whittington rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Trent, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Whittington. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Clinton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Clinton. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jeffrey Simmons drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Ball again.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
The stop by Marcus Davenport. Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
16 yards. And the Jets 1st down.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Marcus Davenport in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Third down, here's Hall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.